Hello my spirit family, it's me Jenna from the White Witch Parlor, and thanks so much for coming back to watch another video. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about fear and how it is the worst dis-ease you can ever put yourself in. It is the strongest vibration in alignment with hate and anger, and when you manifest in a state of fear, you manifest a really low vibrational state, and this is where demonic forces, curses, and just low vibrational entities can enter your life, really take a hold, and kind of run you down this downward spiral. I noticed that there's a ton of people that operate from this place of fear, and they're so afraid of what can happen if they make a change or try to change something in their life that they rather stay in their comfort zone and not progress at all. And in doing so, they actually start getting more and more into this darker place because they start to fear everything. Any kind of change is very scary for them, and they don't realize that in not making that change, they're actually doing a disservice to not only the reason why they're back here on earth, but to themselves and to everyone that's around them. I have come to find in the past couple years that a lot of people seem to feel that they're always under a curse, or someone had placed a curse on them of some sort, and I always take a step back and think, why do they think that? Why have they allowed that to be part of their lives, and why are they almost welcoming that into their lives? Because when you open up your mind to magic of the sorts, you're also opening up to all the different vibrations, because now you're aware. In this aware state, when you operate in a state of fear, you're literally welcoming in this low vibrational entities. So if someone tells you, I have placed a curse on you, and you don't rise up and become greater than that vibration, you're literally becoming equal to that vibration, and you're opening the doors to it. So if you start getting bad luck, bad health, just bad energy in general in your life, it's because you've allowed it in. So before you start accusing and blaming others of placing hexes and curses on you, you have to learn how to shield yourself and raise your vibration to a higher level of vibration so that you don't attract the vibration that is being given to you. Well, let's think for a second. What is fear, and where does it come from? It comes from us. It is something that is so deep within us. It's in our shadow self. It's in the deepest depths part of our soul. And if we don't learn to face it head on, make peace with it, we will just let that grow and grow because we're suppressing this anger, hurt, whatever's in our lives from past, or even this life, what's going through you right now in your life. You're just suppressing this anger instead of facing it. The greatest challenge you can ever have in your life is to actually face everything, all the darkest aspects of you. No matter how afraid you are, just face them, make peace with them, and know that they are a part of you. But this is the balance of light and dark. And you know, it's always said that magic is what you make of it. So magic is an energy, and if you make it a negative energy, you want to inflict harm on others, you want to put out negative energy, you're going to get it back tenfold. So when you're doing white magic, for example, everything you put out, you're putting out with good intent and no intentions of harming anyone. Fear can control our ego, and when we let our ego get out of control, we start to believe that we are better than everyone else, and that we are worthy and entitled to every single thing above all else, no matter how it affects or hurts others around us. If our ego is not in balance with the rest of our emotions, and it's just all chaotic and blowing out of proportion everything, then you are going to attract this really powerful energy, but it's not necessarily a good energy, and it can really take from you in return because you're not giving it love and you're not feeding it love. It's going to take what you're giving it, and that's an ego-driven, fear-based power. A lot of people have asked me about negative energy in their home and how to get rid of it and why it's there and all these things, but after talking to them for a little bit, sometimes I realize that there is someone who's abusing drugs or alcohol in their home, and when you do that, you're working at this place again of fear and hate, and you're depressed. And when you're opening yourself up to all these drugs and things that are not letting you awaken to your fullest, highest potential. You're weakening your aura, you're weakening everything about you, and you're lowering your vibration to such a state that you're starting to attract all these negative entities into your house because you're weak. Your aura is weak, your energy is weak, so they feed off that fear and that anger and that depression. And when they feed off that, they take you down further and further and further. And sometimes it gets so bad that it gets to a point that's hard to recover from this energy. But you can't let this dark energy fill your heart with fear. You can always recover. The problem with a lot of drug addicts is that they get to the point in a vibrational state that they feel like they can never ever be as happy and healthy as they once were, and they're always going to seek further and further and deeper into this darkness because they feel like it's giving them something. But they forget that that something that they're getting is only temporary. It is not in the long term and is not in the long run. Those who do operate from a place of fear do tend to turn to drugs and alcohol because it makes them feel powerful, and it feels like they can accomplish something when they're on this high, but it's not a true vibrational high. It's a temporary high. It's a temporary fix to a problem that's not being solved. The problems that dwell deep within their soul need to be addressed, and they need to be faced head on so that they can make peace with them and learn to love themselves for every flaw that they have within them. When people sell their souls, they're actually selling their happiness and the beautiful vibration that they could offer the world. Instead, they're getting this monetary gain in return for their energy and their love and their light. And their light just will continue to diminish the longer that they stay in that vibration. They can always break free from it because that is our law of free will. We always have a choice to rise up or drop down. When we're facing low vibrational entities, it's always a really important step to make sure that you are raising your vibration to the highest level possible, even if that means you going to church to feel a little bit more spiritual, because you're going to face something that's dark. And whether it's something coming from you or your family or someone who lives in your home, if you're trying to clear that energy, you need to be at a higher vibrational level than it so that you can clear it away and fill that void of energy with your positive light and energy, and no fear, because fear is the thing that will keep this low vibrational energy manifesting because it feeds off this. There are some people who choose to work in magic with this low vibrational energy because they see that they can gain this power really, really quick, and to them they're more comfortable with that because they don't want to do the work to do long-term manifestation goals. What is God and what is the devil? The devil is the darkness that dwells within us, and God is the light that dwells within us. It's in nature, it's in everything around us. With light, there is always darkness. We need this balance. This is what keeps us unique. If we have all ego and no love, then there's an imbalance. If we have all hate and no happiness, there's an imbalance. We always need to have a balance, and that is the part of a spiritual awakening, is that you're learning to make peace with these things and you're learning to find that balance. I myself find times where I go back to listening to my goth music for a day, and I want to hear I grew up listening to Marilyn Manson, and I still love those moments to rock out to bands like that, but I don't need to dwell in that vibration forever. It's just enough to maybe reconnect to my past, reconnect to my dark side, and then move on. And I'm able to move forth and go out again and see the light in an even newer, more happier vibration with better, fresher eyes. And when you do visit your dark side, you can emerge a lot brighter. And so that's why I always say with balancing, you want to, when you're depressed and things like that, it's good because you learn from this vibration and you want to grow from it. If you're not learning to grow from it, then you're getting stuck. Never allow yourself to get stuck at any vibration, good or bad. You need to have that roller coaster so that you can learn to be centered through it all, because that is very powerful. And if in doing all of that you have the utmost love and respect for yourself, you will always grow and advance. And even when you are depressed, you know that it will pass. And when you are in a state of fear, you know that it will pass as well. This is the power of magic and working in light. This is the power of the God that dwells within you. This is also the power of the devil that works within you. But you need to have the balance, because fear is a really dirty, yucky energy, and if you dwell all your life in a state of fear, you will never accomplish the things you really want. And if you don't accomplish the things you want, you may not help all the people that are around you in your life, because you were put here for these people on earth to do a purpose. So find your purpose, diminish your fear, and go conquer it. I hope this video helps some of you. I just felt that fear was kind of a general theme going on this week. I got a lot of emails from people scared of curses, hexes, or just accomplishing their goals. And the only thing that I noticed that was always holding them back was fear. And that's why I always say it's such a yucky place to be at, and emerge from that, grow from that. So I hope you guys come back next week. I love you all so very much. You guys have a blessed, magical week, and I'll see you next week.